Good morning. Let's see if we've got enough battery left here to do this. It's day 27, I believe. Pulling out of Spruce Peak. Wow, what a night. Noisy youth group took over the shelter, screaming and yelling for hours and hours. And then thru hikers came about 8:15 and set up camp right next to me and chatted for a while. Phone calls, discussions, and such. But we are up and out of there early. Not sure how, but somehow we've got to cover about 49 miles in the next 3 days. Saturday's gonna rain. Friday's gonna be really hot. So we will walk what we can today and then see what we have to do tomorrow and Saturday. Well, I don't know how long this battery's gonna last, so I'm gonna turn this off. Climb up there somewhere, I guess. But if I see something pretty, I'll pull out a new battery for you. It's a beautiful morning in the forest. We've been hauling butt. I've been trying not to look to see how far we've come, but now I must know. Yeah, it's a little slimier than I would prefer my logs for sitting on, but oh yeah. I was crossing this bridge and I realized, oh, I gotta show you this view. That other mud puddle was nice, but and they built a nice bridge over it, so I didn't have to get my feet wet. Search for rocks to hop on. I always appreciate a good bridge. So I determined that I'd gone about 5 miles and change when I took that break a few minutes ago. A couple more miles gets us to the pond. Could take a real break there. Then we're gonna climb a mountain. Yeah, it's a nice day in the forest. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but all we can do is keep walking. You know I don't like to climb towers, but this one seems pretty soft. Unless there's a ladder at the top. Oh my. Yeah, let's see if we make it all the way to the top. full of excitement for an old man. Wow. Oh yeah, it's got a little wiggle to it. You know. I think we're headed over that way. Holy cow. Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna turn off this camera because now I've got to go down. I don't know what that's gonna sound like. I hope you appreciate the things that I do for you. One last look around, because this may be the last tower I ever climb. I can climb mountains. Apparently I can climb cliffs. But towers are not good for me. But I'm smiling my way through it. It's like riding a surfboard in this mood. But yeah, I'm enjoying the experience. But yeah, this will be the last one you're going to see from me. There's the beast. See, it's got a little tilt to it. It's the caretaker's hut. They have somebody stay up here to keep people from camping up here in the summer. Well, I rather doubt we're going to make 7.5 miles to the next shelter. So maybe we'll try to make 5 to that brook. It was my original target for the day, just the brook. And I was thinking maybe, things were going really well here, might make a run at the next shelter. But it looks like that's going to be like another 3 or 4 miles from the brook. Yeah, we'll see what time it is when we get to the bottom of the hill. We'll see what time it is when we get to the brook. Miles are good, but you got to admit the feet really hurt. Oh, there's people coming. I'll turn this off. Day 27 comes to a close. Found a couple of trees here at Black Brook, Black Branch, depending on who you want to get your information from. A bunch of tent sites across the river. Couldn't find any trees over there, so I'm over here by myself. Everybody else is over there. Let me see if I can show you this bridge over here. It's a pretty neat spot, and it's so much quieter than last night. You can see the people. They're having their dinner. I know, I'm not moving very fast. My feet hurt. I've got an 18-mile day planned tomorrow, and it's going to be 90 degrees. We'll see how that goes. But it's going to be at high elevation, so That should help, right? Maybe there'll be a breeze. Ooh, look at that. That's like a dale. It's a pretty nice little bush. Well, that's about it for today. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. It's supposed to be really hot. Not looking forward to that. What can you do? Keep hiking. It's the only way to go home. Good morning. The 28th, I believe. Of course, we're climbing up while I'm trying to talk to you. We're climbing up from Black Brook campsite. The AT hiker bounced out of bed. Boom, she was gone. Section hiker. It took a while longer. Me. Well, I enjoyed my cup of coffee. Hung out at 6:30. It seems to take me about 90 minutes to go from waking up to getting out of bed, having breakfast, and leaving. I guess if I skip the coffee, that would save it. But would it really? I don't know. So, today's the day we find out what happens next. There are a lot of camera icons later in the day. Which leads me to believe there's going to be a lot of viewpoints. And I'm hoping there'll be a breeze at these viewpoints, because it's going to be a little warm and tropical. So you'll get views, and I'll get breezes. But I think we had some crazy number, like 18 miles or something, to the spot where the water is. There's a spot between mile 13 and mile 18 where there's no water. Not even a chance. So we gotta try to get to that first spot as soon as possible, so we feel lucky about getting to the second spot before we're dead. If we go, we're committed. And I've been finding about 16 miles where my feet start complaining. So I don't know, those last couple of miles would go. But I guess if you need water, a person would be motivated. I don't know. Got a couple of long days here to make it easy to go home on Sunday. Well, I'm going to save some battery for when we get out there. Because these are just trees. You've seen trees.
Quite the beaver pond. You really changed the place. This was a forest with probably a little stream running through it. And you can see they've killed off the forest for quite some ways. But the frogs are happy. Oh, there's the lodge. I was wondering where it was. It's really close to the dam. Oh well. We're going somewhere. Kid Gore. So we were walking up some well-known, important mountain whose name escapes me at the moment. But I thought you should hear that bird. Coming out of a long but well-reserved break at Kid Gore. I had company there, so didn't break out the camera. But yeah, we're gonna climb up this mountain. And I'm pretty sure by the time I get up there, I'll be able to remember what the name of it was. Glastonbury. See? I told you. I think it's kind of like a lumpy ramp. It looked like maybe 3 miles. But it never really seemed to get very vertical. But we'll see what it's like in real life. Everything looks different on the phone. It's a little hot, a little steamy, but there's hope for a breeze up top. So I'm gonna keep going. Are you ready? We survived the last one. Look at this. This one, rugged metal steps, solid traction, no fear of rot. I'm looking for rusty spots. Oh baby, after climbing this mountain, there's a lot of steps. I'm not stopping because I'm scared. I'm stopping because I'm winded. Oh, you're close. Oh. Oh, baby. There's no glass. So I can give you the view. What do you thought? Good morning. Day 29 maybe? Lots and lots of people at the shelter last night. If I have remembered properly. I have some phone video from the rain and the people sleeping in the shelter this morning. If I've forgotten to put it in here, I'm sorry. It wasn't that exciting. But yeah, thunderstorm came in last night, rained throughout the night, into the morning. It's a definite late start. It's maybe 8:30. I don't really want to know how late it is. But we are gonna try and get our 15 in today. Yeah, you've probably seen enough of me now. And if we get 15 in today, then tomorrow, I think, might be able to go home. It's gonna be rushed. I'm gonna have to get an early start, and I'm gonna have to hike really fast. I think I'm gonna be probably 6 hours from the road of hiking. So if I get on trail by 6:30, yeah, I might be able to get there by 1. It's a lot of downhill in the end. And it's on pretty heavily traveled trails, so. Well, I don't know that any of these viewpoints on the way down the mountain are going to be worth much today. Well, it's kind of a view. It's not a clear view, but I definitely can see the other side of the valley. So the cloud is lifting. There's been a few mysterious beams of sunlight that have broken through, which is really strange because, yeah, it's a pretty solid cover, but every once in a while a little beam breaks through somewhere. The technology says we've covered 5.7 miles already. This is excellent news. 2.5 or so to the next shelter. I don't know, maybe we'll do some bonus miles today. We'll see what time it is when we get to Congdon. Or maybe we won't. I don't know. I hate these days that start off with rain. You lose a lot of your inspiration early. But I've been belting out the songs on the trail, so the poor northbounders. I keep running into people. I'll be in mid-song. I don't sing for you. You don't know what that's like. One guy said he thought there might be bears. I don't know. It keeps me sane. It keeps me moving. I climb really well while I'm singing for some reason. Apparently I descend pretty well too. Well, I suppose I should get going again. It's just so nice to stop. I can't imagine what it's going to be like if I ever finish this trail and I can just not hike for a little while. That'd be something. I can't even imagine it at this point. I'll have to think about that tomorrow. Today, I have to hike. It's not the most exciting view in the world, but it gave me an excuse to stand out here in this breeze for a few extra seconds. Soaking wet. Hopefully we're almost to this next shelter. Stop for lunch. Hopefully. Gotta have hope, right? No wait. Well, enjoy this view. It's all you're gonna get at this shelter because it's up on a hill and I'm not going up there. They say 5.6. For out it says 5.9. We're gonna call it 6 miles to Congdon. We didn't leave anything. Hopefully, we'll make it down this notch up the other side. The lady from the GMC was pointing it out on the elevation profile the other day to make sure I knew it was coming. Apparently she's amused by this one. It looks like it drops maybe like 1,300 feet from here. And then it goes up 800 feet on the other side. So, get a chance to stretch all your ligaments and tendons in both directions. But then after that, it's kind of a rolling climb, because what isn't in Vermont? And some sort of mountain. I'm pretty sure it's not a very big mountain. And then the shelter. I don't know. I'm queer. I gotta be a good 3.5, maybe 4 hours from Congdon. That's realistically probably where we're gonna end up. And then tomorrow, it's gonna be a race to the finish line and to the road. I got a lot of miles that I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. It's tough. I really like to go home. And they want me to come home too. They said they would rather pick me up tomorrow than on Monday. So do what we can. So we've been doing all month long. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people out here. It's a very different type of backpacking. The dealing with the people is almost harder than everything else, as far as I'm concerned. Everybody's crazy in their own way. Everybody's doing their own thing. Some people seem to have some respect for other people as human beings, and some people just don't. I don't understand. There's just this mentality of people will just tolerate whatever I do. But we don't want to get into some sort of negativity here. We've got 6 miles to walk. So yeah, here's a really nice stealth spot. Guess if you didn't want to climb all the way up to the shelter, you wanted a little peace and quiet. I don't know if it counts as a stealth spot when I can see it right from the trail, but people have varying ideas on what that word means. All right, we're gonna begin. What a lovely, peaceful fern garden on top of the ridge. The 800-foot ridge. That was a brutal climb. I didn't show you any of that. It was a stone staircase pretty much the whole way, which is good, but unrelenting. It just went up. I was drenched by the time I got to the top. Whew. Time for a quick break. Shake it off. We got about 3 miles. Not much up and down. 600 feet up, 600 feet down. So we'll roll up this hill, basically. Yeah, that knocked the starch out of me. I had a root beer at the bottom. There was a man with a cooler of drinks. It's the first trail magic I've seen the whole way. You don't do a southbound long trail in June for the trail magic. Do it to be alone. And for a time I was happy. Now, looking over my shoulder, practically expecting somebody behind me. It's true, we haven't been past a lot. In the fall, we would be past a lot. Wow. Today has been smash your foot into the rocks and roots day. I don't know if it's the trail or me, but it seems as though the trail is possibly trying to kill me. It's running out of opportunities. That hill didn't get me, but almost did. Now, kind of toddle over here and see if we can find a spot to set up the hammock away from the people tonight. Be good to get some sleep and try to get out early. That's crazy. The idea that it could be done seems insane, impossibly insane. I'm not arguing. I'm okay with it at this point. It just seems impossible. After all these years. And again, I don't know that the trail won't kill me today or tomorrow. Because it certainly seems like it would like to take one more shot at least. I had my 3rd fall. It's a root slide. Just kept going. Roots on the side of a slope. Oh well, fabulous ferns, huh? Check out this ferny glade. I was just saying to myself, there's a little waterfall spring over here, I'd move in. It's on top of a really big hill. I don't know if it's easier to get to from the other side, but this is a pretty spot. day. Made it to camp. Those last 2 miles of trail were the worst trail of the entire trip. I couldn't believe it. It was just nothing to walk on. It was just garbage. My feet were very angry. They were doing pretty well up until then. But it's just all roots and misplaced rocks. It's like the entire thing was designed to be as difficult as possible. You couldn't accidentally have a trail like that. They had to have done it on purpose. I'm too tired. So I'm too lazy to even get out of bed at this point. My dinner's soaking. I'm gonna maybe put up a roof. Let's see. But I don't want to put those shoes on. I think, yeah, we've got a few miles left to go tomorrow. 10 miles, I think, trail. And then a couple miles for approach trails back to the highway. Hoping to get picked up tomorrow afternoon. It's been fun. I'm tired. I'd like to see my family and go home. But I'll finish. I've got a few more miles I've got to do first. But I thought I'd say goodnight. I'm kind of into camp with people, but trying to camp away from people. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of kids and dogs. But yeah, night. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll have to do the math. It might be day 30. I don't know. That sounds terrible.